Did you think that you were going to be ambassador?
Well, not for the third time. This is the third time. You know, I've done it in Czech Republic and I've done it in the UK. I thought it was the last time.
Okay.
So when the president called me sometime in February or March and said to me, I'm sending you to Washington, I mean, he saw the crestfallen face. I was like, why are you sending me out of the country again? And he said, I need you there. And so I accepted it. He's the boss. He has trust in me that I'll be able to deliver what he wants me to deliver, go into that territory. So I accepted it. And as we speak, I've been here for 2 weeks and trying to understand what is going on the ground. You know, these are some...
When you say here, you mean here in
United States of America?
Or here in New York?
No.
Also, you just took your job, you just came
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? 2
weeks ago,
Also,
yeah.
you're still acclimatizing there?
I am, but we're already in the deep... Is that the water?
You are the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
So you are based in Washington, D.C.?
I am based in Washington.
That's where our embassy is?
Yes, that's where the mission is.
Okay.
So when they say our mission in the United States is me, Washington. Okay. This is the UN, United Nations.
I'll come so you explain the difference for me. But you've done Czech Republic for how many years?
I did it for about 2.5 years, and under President Mills.
And then UK High Commissioner?
I was there 3.5 years.
And then now you don't know how this one is going to last.
I don't know how long this is going to last.
It's likely to be the full 4 years, which means you're almost becoming a career diplomat.
I think
Would you be able to call yourself that?
No, well, the career ones are recruited by, they are civil servants, those career ones. I'm not a civil servant, even though I'm a public servant. I'm a politician, and we do things slightly differently.
Let me take people back a bit. So for many of you who may be watching, of course, you know Victor Smith, but there are others who may not know Victor. I knew Victor Smith when he was speaking for Jerry Rawlings many years ago. I was in GSS through senior high school. And did you try to become MP at a point?
Twice,
yeah. So former spokesperson to the late former President Rawlings. You tried MP. Was it in the Eastern region or Ashanti? You tried to be MP?
In the Eastern region.
Which
twice. Abuakwa North constituency. That's where my mother hails from.
Okay.
And I tried it twice. That was really in the lion's den, if I may put it that. Yeah, it was a tough one because they just don't want to know any other party in that place. But we fought good battles. We got good votes for the presidency. And so in 2012, we won the election. And then 2016, we lost, and I lost.
But you've given up on the parliamentary ambition?
Oh, yes. I think I've gone past that stage in my life. For now, we want to impress the people of Ghana with this current administration. We want to do wonders for Ghana and the world to see us as such. So President Mahama has a beautiful vision. It's not just talk. We are determined. Some of us are determined to make sure we achieve the vision, what he set out to do for Ghana.
What have you been up to since when you, after 2016, what have you been up to for the 8 years in opposition? What have you been doing? I'm sure your former boss died.
Yes,
in 2020.
President Rawlings, may he rest in peace.
Yeah, you miss him.
Yes, I do. I mean, we had our quarrels, but we were still the best of friends, maybe, and towards the end, But even in England, he came to visit. So before he died, you were talking. You were not. Well, we disagree. I mean, there's one thing that I liked about him. People were scared of disagreeing with him, but I was determined to. If it was wrong, I would raise queries about whatever actions or utterances, and we had our disagreements, but at times we laughed over it, So I did my work to make sure that the person I served or the nation we're serving, we don't go the wrong way. So try to keep a straight course to achieve positive things for our country. So yes, I since 2017, I came back from the UK in 2017 when President Akufo-Addo and the NPP came into office. And I've been working behind the scenes for the President Mahama. I've been working...
Before again, just on Rawlings, so I spoke to one of the people who worked with him many years ago, And the person said he really regrets that President Rawlings has died so early. He should have stayed to see what has happened after the revolution. There are people who think that the revolution failed. There are people who think that the foundation he should have set for us. So people usually say, look at Rwanda, we have a dictator there, he's doing wonders. How can we also have our own version and the country has not progressed? I don't know what your comment on is on that. What could he have done that he didn't do? What can he do better? What can we learn from the Rawlings era to build our country?
You know, President Rawlings assembled a team to assist him steer the affairs of state after when the revolution, I'm talking about the 1981 revolution. 79, I was a student in UST.
Okay.
Of course, that one was a short one. Yeah, and then he came back in 1981. I was not in this country at the time, in Ghana at the time. However, he assembled a team of different people from different persuasions. You know, we had President Kufuor, for instance, work for President Rawlings under the revolution. And those who helped, I say kudos to them, because we all needed to support the gentleman. Even though he has come through the barrel of the gun, there was a need to keep our country afloat and not to sink it. So those who joined, I say kudos to them. Subsequently, you know, there was pressure to go constitutional rule as opposed to the military dictatorship. So I asked President Rawlings at one point when President Kufuor came into office, he kept criticizing President Kufuor. So I asked him, so if you still want to go back to politics, why did you hand over then? Because I couldn't understand, you know, if you still want to work, why did you quit? And he says, did I have a choice? And I said, what do you mean? You were the head of state. He said, yes, but there was a day that the U.S. He got visited an emissary from the U.S. State Department come to look for him, and he gave him a letter which said he should prepare the country for civilian rule with no options. So he conferred with his advisors, and then we went constitutional. Of course, he became president for 2 terms. Yeah. Well, that is all that, you know, the Western world, you know, wanted. That you can't rule continuously like a dictator, you know. So, well, he went through it, and he finished his term. President Kufuor came, and we carried on. The Republican Constitution, which was signed by him, has survived since '92. Nobody has even attempted to throw the Constitution away. So for me, that is a positive. You know, he managed to lead the country in a state where coup d'etats became a thing of the past.
So he ended the coup d'etat.
He ended it, you know, and for me, we can give praise for that, if nothing for nothing at all. And that we've been working with that constitution, you know, and the Supreme Court and things have been working at interpreting what the framers meant at any point in time where there was a disagreement. So I think so far, so good.
I mean, God has his ways. God decided to take him. But do you think we would have needed someone like a Rawlings around to be checking us? He was checking Kufuor, he was checking Mills, checking Mahama. You think maybe he's like the senior prefect?
Where we respected him as him being the one, if you like, who came before us. He signed the Constitution into law, and I don't think the Constitution makes provision for somebody to be a senior prefect.
No.
To checkmating people. No, he didn't make that provision. But he did it out of his own, you know, volition. He thinks that this country is not going in the right direction. He will go and mount a platform somewhere and say things, and boom, as they say, we used to say.
Yeah.
He will boom against the government.
Yeah.
And there were times that he and I went out and he did that, and I came back and I said, why did you have to say what you said? And he said, oh, you know, you don't know what is good. I said, no, Chief, but this is constitutional rule.
Yeah.
So now he thinks, okay, maybe he's going to test the ground. Then he drives into town. He goes to the airport shell, for instance, and then parks his car, goes into the shop as if he's buying something, just to see how people respond to him, because he has gone and boomed against a government. And the people come to me, everybody say, hey, Rawlings, you know, like the world, I want to take a picture with you. Then he said, now come, he comes to me and said, come and check what the people are doing. So the people are hailing you. They're not hailing you because of the boom.
No.
Because they just surprised to see a president in a shop.
Yeah.
So that's exactly it. He had charisma.
Yeah.
And he was somebody people just, somebody said you don't like him. When you meet him, then suddenly you're frozen. You know, you're going to be nice to him.
Yes.
This is his blessing.
Yeah.
But then he had to go, like you said, so early. I don't know.
Now, what are some of the principles that he left behind, General Rawlings, that you think we can deploy? I mean, a lot of his ideas may have been what we saw in the Constitution based on maybe how they were shaped and all of that. But were there some principles when he was head of state that you think as a country we can learn from, and if we implement, we would go places?
Principally, he believed in being told the truth about the situation. So when he met with his ministers at the time, he used to tell them, just let me know the truth, and then we will find a solution to the problems that are confronting us. So don't try to throw dust in my eyes or tell me what you think I should hear. For that one, I heard him complain several times to people. And for me, that's a good principle. Let's lay the cards on the table. This is our situation. Finance minister, this is our situation. How do we get out of it? Sometimes he tells you, I don't know how to do it. He said, I'm the choboy type. Mine is doing the heavy lifting. But I brought you guys in as the people who have schooled to whatever level to tell us how we get ourselves out of the situation. So in one of these, and then this issue of corruption, for instance, he found
accountability, social.
Exactly. You know, there was a day that one gentleman handled something, and he was so livid. I'll tell you what happened. The World Bank financed a project, and in that project, it was something to do with agric or something, or some work they were doing, and they needed some calculators to do a certain job. And somebody, for some reason, decided to buy very high-tech equipment. And the belief is that person wanted to cream off,
cut off some bills.
So the World Bank money was used in that manner. And of course, at some point, it's like wasted resources. So President Rawlings went somewhere with the World Bank president who had just come to visit Ghana. And somebody had told when they met the workers in the field, somebody mouthed it in the presence of the World Bank guy and the president that they're going to import this high-tech equipment. We don't need this. And this is all that we needed for the job. So obviously, the World Bank guys, see how you wasted resources.
Yeah.
You're going to import something
we don't need.
So as soon as he came back, he was looking for the person who did that. And it was Ato Ahoy who went in to stop, because he was really going to get them to arrest the person. Why you had to do a thing like that? Yeah. And I'm embarrassed by the World Bank. Yeah. So these are some of these principles that don't waste resources, tell the truth. These are some of the values that he stood for. There were times if some people do not tell him as it is, so sometimes he goes into overdrive and there's a bit of excesses in the way he conducts his business. So when I worked with him, we were that close, and the first thing he told me was that respect me as the occupant of the seat. Okay. But tell me the truth, and don't shy away from, calling my attention to something I'm going wrong.
So no bootlicking.
Yeah. So I came straight at him. I mean, I didn't joke with that, and he liked me for that. So when he's sitting somewhere and he's talking something, I said, no, you shouldn't be saying something like this. Then he looks at me in the corner of his eye, and I'm winking to tell him to cut it. And then he said, well, you seem to want to behave as if you know everything. I said, no, Mr. President, if you say something, you are a big guy.
Yeah.
If you say something and it's wrong, it affects too many people. If you want to say it, give it to me to say it. At least I'm a smaller fish. But you are a big,
Yeah.
So he understood. These are some of the things that, we became friends for. We got that close because of some of these things that you are bold enough to raise the issues with him.
His daughter is a member of parliament on the ticket of the NDC now. His wife, though, left and formed another party. I don't know what your relationship with her now is, but would you say she should come back to the NDC, or you think that ship has long sailed?
I don't know whether she would want to come back to the NDC. I don't know, because nobody has ever told me. There were some, I think when I fell out with him after he had fired me.
Mm-hmm. After he fired you by text message. For those who don't know, he was sent a text message. Jerry Rawlings sent a text message to fire him as a spokesperson many years ago.
That is true. And I still have issues, the children, some of them don't want to talk to me. But Zaneto, she's down to earth.
Okay.
We had a couple of meetings. And I would love to, make up with the mother. As to coming back to the party, it's not within my power to do that. I mean, she could have done that herself, or, we can't really bring her in against her wishes. Mm-hmm. It's up to her, Mm-hmm. When the husband was alive, she never did.
Yeah.
Husband was caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. Founder
of our party, and my wife.
Must have been a very difficult thing for him.
Could you abandon your wife? No, nobody abandons their wife, because the mother of your children, not for anything at all. So he managed to steer his way until God came for him. I don't know what the situation is now, whether she wants to come back to our party.
But you want to make peace with her?
Yeah, because I think there are certain things that if I had a chance, I would explain things to her, and she would say that I wasn't wrong. But she also disliked me for some reason.
Yeah. But should the party try and make peace with her too? Do you think the party should make the overtures, or the party should just stay?
I think from what you said, the ship has long sailed. Now the kid, the tough guy on the block now is John Mahama.
Yeah.
He was one person that, incidentally, the president identified him right from when he was a young person, when he came into the party. If you remember, there was a film, footage where he invited him to go and light the perpetual flame in front of Jubilee Flagstaff House there.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
He was going to light, JJ was going to light this in Revolution. That time he was wearing the uniform. He called John Mahama and one other, but he called John Mahama first.
To do that.
And he was only a deputy minister.
I see, at the time. So that was 90s.
So that means
he was grooming him.
I don't know whether he was grooming him or he spotted him.
Okay, Zaneto Agyemang Rawlings is not in the Mahama government as a minister. There are many people who are saying that this is an assault on the memory of Jerry Rawlings. Some are saying, you should have given him minister. There are even claims that he was offered a deputy minister, and she rejected and all of that. I don't know if you have heard these rumors. As an ambassador, you don't deal with rumors, but
no, me, I'm a politician first.
Oh, yeah. But
so I know everything that goes on.
So you followed that?
I did.
How should it be handled, or how should it have been handled?
It was the president's prerogative who appoints. He could have chosen not to appoint me, even though, we all played our role in making sure that we won the elections.
But must a Rawlings daughter or a Rawlings not be in a Rawlings party government?
Well, she's a member of parliament for NDC and for the constituency of Kole Klote.
Yeah.
As to why she was not made a minister, I don't think I've discussed this with the president. So, like I said to you, he is the capo. He's the one who makes that decision. He's the appointing officer. And seriously, I cannot say he should go this way or that way unless it's a personal chat with him.
Okay. Yeah. The party is in power now. You have 4 years. But President Mahama is not going to run again.
Well, that's what he said, isn't it?
No, he cannot. The constitutional.
No. Okay.
Yeah, constitutional.
No. So people were trying to push for that kind of thing that's happening in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes. Constitutionally bad.
I think he has done a lot for our party.
Now, there's jostling for his replacement. It's happening already. I don't know if you're a politician, so you've seen it.
You've seen people are talking. Let me put it this way. Nobody. I don't know about the one they said, I see the Getia. He said he was doing a thank you tour. That's what I heard. Unless you heard otherwise, you are the media. So I cannot speculate, even though people may be saying things. If you confront the issue, the person said, I never said anything like that. They said the chief of staff does weekend walks with people. So he's preparing himself for the thing. They haven't actually announced it. You can hear people sometimes say it. the next president, the next, that kind of thing. It happens. It was happening many years ago for John Mahama and the rest. So
it's normal.
It's normal for them. Maybe they're trying to prepare the ground for themselves. I don't know.
Is it too early, you think, for these things?
I think so.
It's okay.
I personally think so. That talk about preparing to replace John Mahama is too early because we haven't even done 1 year coming into office, seriously. And my understanding, when we are, according to our constitution, if we're in office, we choose our flag bearer a year before elections. When we're in opposition, we do it 2 years before. So you can imagine what John Mahama has gone through, the up and down of the country and resources,
So if you had your way, you'd tell those people to stop?
Yeah, they're taking off too soon because if too many people enter the thing right now, then instead of us focusing on building this nation, or pursuing the agenda of the vision of John Mahama, we'll start disturbing and people are now campaigning instead of.
Will Victor Smith one day also throw his name in the ring as someone who wants to?
What do you want me to say to you?
I don't know. When it's time, would you want to run for president?
It's not something that I've, thought about. I think it's early days yet for people to talk. If I feel strongly that I can do something, to make sure that NDC continues with the good things that we're trying to do for this thing, and I think I can do it better than other people, I may consider it.
Well,
I may.
This is Face to Face on Channel 1 Television. I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu. My guest is Ambassador Victor Smith. He's our ambassador to the United States of America. We're having a conversation in New York where I'm covering the United Nations General Assembly, and he's moved from Washington, D.C. also to come for this particular event. When we come back, the Mahama presidency and mandate, what should Ghanaians expect from him? And he himself, what is he doing being in Trump land and representing our interests? Please stay with us.
You've seen nothing yet. This Big Brother Naija Season 10. It's 10 times the drama, 10 times the rivalry, and 10 times the game. This is certified. No zero, no minus. Big Brother Naija Season 10. Showing 24/7 on DSTV and on GoTV. Gold sponsor, Guinness.
Channel 1 Television, I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu. My guest is Ambassador Victor Smith, the man who is representing us here in the United States of America. So you've done diplomacy in Czech Republic, you've done diplomacy in England. Is the one in the US going to be any different? I don't know.
It's not going to be too different from the one in the UK, considering that the Western world is made principally of Europe, UK, and US. But this is a world stage, if I may put it that way. There are 51 states in the United States of America. They actually look like 50 countries, more or less. But of course, the federal system that they're operating. But it's the world stage because a lot of people like to do business. There are opportunities in business with the United States of America. If you come to think of even the United Nations being in this country than any other country. So at the world stage, there's a lot one can do to help with our agenda of transforming our country, first resetting and transforming it into a better country at a faster pace than we have done in the past. If we look at countries like Rwanda and Cote d'Ivoire, where they've been civil unrest and all that, and they seem to, in the last decade, have done wonderfully well. The question is now, 68 years after independence, why is this country, Ghana, seem to be marking time? We're not making forward progress much.
So what will be the agenda for Victor Smith in Washington, D.C.? Is the world's capital, is the busiest place, is the biggest place, and everything is happening here. You are the man holding the flag, red, gold, green, with a black star in the middle. What's your focus arriving here? You've been here 2 weeks now. It's too early, but I'm sure you have an agenda.
Oh yeah, as soon as I get back to Washington, I've told my staff we're drawing up a plan to tour the United States. We're going to divide the United States into 6 zones. And we cannot probably do each country, we may not be too effective.
Each state, you mean?
Yeah, each state, yeah. So actually each country, I've suddenly thought of 50 states or 50 countries. Yeah, we can't do that, and be effective. So we'll do it, zone it, and then look for those areas where we can whip up a lot of interest in foreign direct investment into our country to create the opportunities we are looking for our people. The young, the youth, and all other people, the opportunities we are looking for them to also make progress in their lives, to stem the tide of people exiting our country in search of greener pasture. We need to create the enabling environment for investors to come and for our people to stay and get jobs and opportunities within country. So there are a couple of ways we're going to do that. First, we've got to attract the investors because they have the money. They're deep pockets. They can take advantage of the huge resources, natural resources in our country. The gold, the diamond, the rare elements like lithium and the rest, which is now becoming the thing for electric vehicles and what have you. Our cocoa, our oil, big opportunities in Ghana. Maybe we don't have the know-how or the technology to bring value to it. So we're shipping things in the raw form, even that Greek. Forget about cocoa for now, it's a cash crop. But at Greek, we're just shipping pineapples and things and all the other things out in this raw state. We don't add value. So to add value, if we can get people with the resources, money, to assist or come and set up in partnership with Ghanaians and grow business and create jobs. We're doing several things. They will benefit, we will benefit. It's a win-win. Our people, youth will get jobs when they get out of universities. So they don't go in search of greener pasture. They run into consular problems like visa and things. People come and overstay in this country and ICE are chasing them on the street. These are humiliating. These are things we must try and discourage. The only way we can discourage and encourage Ghanaians to remain is to create opportunities for them at home. I mean, we have better weather than these people do have. So if we can create those opportunities, then we can afford to tell our people to go back home and stay there and let us build our country.
But for now, you cannot.
Whenever you tell them that, they ask you, stay home and do what? Do you have a job for me? And we don't have any sustainable type of development. Okay, so if it's not going to happen, then leave him alone. 2 days
ago, I interviewed 3 teachers, Ghanaian teachers who are here in the United States. They are in Yonkers, in Bronx. And 2 of them worked have been here for 2 years. The other person has been here for 2 months. They have worked as teachers for 20 years in the Ghana Education Service. They got promoted all the way to deputy director. And yet they were earning 4,300 cedis monthly. And they say that they could not survive on that. And that is why the first opportunity, one of them actually even took a loan to travel and come to the US. We see stories like this. There are people who come and it works for them. There are others who come and it doesn't work for them. How would you deal with such situations when you encounter them as ambassador?
No, what I'm trying to say that I'm not going to ask people to remain in foreign land. We have a flagship policy under this current administration, John Mahama's administration, 24-hour economic. The idea is to create 3 shifts in any, if you like, value addition type of manufacturing or production. So if we run 3 shifts, as opposed to the single one we are doing now, and it's successful, we can employ maybe 200% more people, if I put it this way, so that they can also get, and they are paid well, because when we produce and we're able to sell even to our regional markets, ECOWAS, and we make enough money and we pay people well. You talked about the salary for a teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, this is throw away money, if I may put it that way. So he would travel. But if we can pay them well, so they can look after their families and also live better, then they will remain. Aside of that, nobody's giving, and we don't have a safety net. In some developed countries like in the UK, there's a welfare system in place. So you sign on, I'm unemployed, I need a job. No job, you sign on. Every week or every 2 weeks, you go and take some money. This is given to you to also survive. We don't have that. No net, you fall through debt. So what we're trying to do, and I believe that is going to help us work, is to look for people with heavy investment so we can do the 24-hour economy in the agri sector, in the mining sector, in the technology, ask some of them to start the processing of raw materials in Ghana before it gets to the secondary stage. Like, and I'll give an example, like cocoa. We can do cocoa butter. I think some people have been doing it already. Not Cadbury, there's another company.
Is it Niche?
No, there's another one in Tema.
Okay.
And they add value, they'll do cocoa butter. Now the butter was originally being done abroad. So if they did it, they took the cocoa and did the butter, they've added value to the product, and people have gotten jobs. So then the final product is maybe chocolate or whatever, or cosmetics abroad, you know. By the time will come, we'll even start doing the cosmetics, and so we can go straight into the market. And if we can encourage these things, and one of the reasons why some of us are here, I'm not going to just sit there and drink tea. I'm sorry. We need to encourage them to look at our country. But it's the job of government to also create that enabling environment for those companies to come. If we try to frustrate them, okay? I mean, one guy said to me, there are ways that Ghanaians frustrate investors. When they start, before they even start the job, they are putting obstacles in their way. Now, it doesn't help them. They will channel their money elsewhere. So I would appeal to Ghanaians, you know, if you're using your platform, to appeal to Ghanaians. Don't frustrate investors when we bring them. Don't ask them for kickbacks when the business has not even started.
But these are the politicians. They do that.
No, it's not sorry, it's not only politicians.
They sign the contracts.
The civil servants. They are hiding behind politicians. They can put obstacles in your way. They are the technical people. You get my point? I have worked as a regional minister before. I've known chief director come to me and he's trying to encourage me to sign somebody's paper. I said, I have not seen it. So I cannot sign it. And he said, oh, he looked at everything, it's okay. I said, but you're not going to coerce me to sign it. Now, these are some of the things civil servants, they hide. And some of them do it. Not all of them. Not all politicians. So Ghanaians in general, it's an appeal that please don't do things that will take business away from us. Now, if the people set up well and it's booming, everybody will enjoy.
You have said that you have split the United States into 6 zones. Can you share with me what these zones are and what your idea is? So is it the case that you want to know what's happening in which zone, or what's your plan with the zonings?
Let me say, I mean, we'll talk about energy and oil and stuff. Houston. Okay. I mean, this is a little that I know. Something in Texas, And then there's the high-tech IT stuff in Seattle, in the Washington
West Coast.
Exactly. There are other things that I think my trade minister, the trade officer, counselor is working on that. And and then agriculture, the Minnesota, you know, somewhere, Minneapolis, some areas there. So that's the kind of arrangement I'm trying to do. So when I'm going to, for instance, the Washington area, I know exactly what I'm going to say there. And I carry my team with me and we'll go and encourage them. Luckily, in fact, only yesterday I had a meeting here with the Secretary for Transport from California, Sacramento. Came here, somebody arranged for them to come and see me. And after I had spoken with him for a while, he says, I must invite you to California immediately, within 3 weeks. They're going to put some businesses to a round table. And we should come and tell them what is exciting in Ghana for them to come and put their money. Well,
so what is exciting in Ghana?
Well, what he wants to know, he wants to look at our tax system. He wants to know how they can take their money out. They want to look at the other resources available, and then the skill.
So my question is that they want to ask you to share with them what is exciting. So I want to know what is really exciting in Ghana that would make someone leave California and come and invest.
Resources. I mean, to invest in what? If we have natural resources in the mining sector. And I mentioned some of these lithium and the rest, gold. We're looking for gold. I spoke to Sami Jenfi, I think it's around somewhere, and his emphasis is on, we're looking for companies to come and refine the gold in Ghana and create jewelry. That's what he mentioned to me, because I was thinking that maybe we wanted people to come.
They have heard that we are engaging in galamsey in that country. They will not come and take part in helping us destroy our environment. They've heard that we are destroying our environment with galamsey.
No, who is going to help us?
The Americans. They won't come.
What?
The investors. I'm saying that they've heard that we are destroying our river bodies and our forests. We are destroying our
We will look for people to come and assist in that challenge we have as well. It's a big challenge. Some people say, oh, send soldiers there to kill them. I say, no, that's not the way to go. You don't kill your people in trying to achieve an end. You don't do it. And even the destruction of equipment are still, some of the champagne can be destroyed. But excavators are major things that we can use to develop our country. So don't destroy that one. There's going to be a way. There's going to be a solution. I don't have it on my hands. Gold mining strategy is still being done in America. If you go towards the west of, people are still mining gold, but they are doing responsible mining, if I may put it that way. And that is exactly what we're also trying to do. Responsible community mining. Okay? So don't destroy the water. Don't kill people. I'm totally against killing a human being because, yes, it's annoying. Yeah. It's muddying our water, which like killing people more or less. But that they have to go slow on that one. Okay. But we have to find a solution. We said refine gold. We're not borrowing we made in 6 months. These are figures that I got from Gold Board. We made $9.3 billion from gold, from small scale to the large scale. Yeah. And I said, we don't need to go to the capital market to borrow money. We go and sometimes beg for $1 billion or $3 billion. So if you can make so much money from the gold, then keep it, and if you like, add value to it. And then these are some of the things we are looking at. I asked the energy minister yesterday, he was here, and I asked him, where's the emphasis now? He said, more on exploration. You know what I'm saying? Upstream, they will need people to invest because there's still opportunities on our, offshore and onshore to mine the gas, the oil, and then get gas for our powering our. Ghana is rich.
So as ambassador, you are dealing with the diplomatic side of things. You're doing bilateral relations, but you're also doing human relations. How are you going to handle a Donald Trump presidency where a lot of things are not the ordinary way of doing things as ambassadors? The issue of immigration matters that have come, of visa policies. How do you intend to deal with that? For instance, 3-month visa, that's all Ghanaians can now get. People are worried about that. Businesses,
let me say,
it's a problem for them.
We make our laws, they make their laws. But the approach to getting somebody who is making you unhappy to slow down, calm down, and meet you halfway should be a skill of some sort. A soft power approach. The guy is in his country. He's the president of this country. He's frustrated about certain things, and they're trying to find solutions. Just like our galamsey. We were throwing some Chinese people out because of galamsey.
Yeah.
They think our students come here and they don't want to go back. So eventually, from what I'm talking about, getting them to go back instead of finish school and remain in America, let us create the enabling environment for our people to want to come back. Then the pressure on the system here in America may go down, and the president would appreciate that. And if I get opportunity to sit with the president, Trump, that's what I want to tell them. Just go slow with us. We don't mean any harm. The issues are that we needed to create opportunities for our people in our country. So we want to help American companies. They will grow, but they will come and make use of our natural resources to create those opportunities for us, and our people will come back and get jobs. So we have this, what we call the local content law to make sure that you partner investors, so Ghanaians will start coming back. You let there be big businesses going to Ghana, and you will see Ghanaians moving from here to there.
But you see, the people who are engaged in business, they say that you go to the U.S. embassy. First of all, you take forever to get a date. And when you get a date, you eventually go, and if you pay and you secure the visa, it's only for 3 months. It's not good for them, people who engage in business, who need to be coming and going all the time. I don't know what, as an ambassador, you can do to deal with that matter, being here, our representative here.
We will raise that issue if you said business. Look, right now, the president has agreed to something that I cherish very much. He says, we'll go e-visa as of next year. So that American businessmen or tourists who want to come to Ghana and spend their money in our economy will not be frustrated by the sending your passport and getting lost or being kept at our embassy by some unscrupulous characters. All these things will be a thing of the past. If you have an American passport, you go online and then you apply. Within days, you get your response in a QR code. You pay for it. And then the airlines are being spoken to. So when you see that QR code, visa has been given, he arrives in Accra and is doing his business. He doesn't have to come to the embassy physically. And that takes care of investors, some of the frustrations investors face. Once you remove that, they are more likely to want to. So if he's traveling.
So you're talking about Americans wanting to come to Ghana?
Well, Ghanaians do have American passports.
Yes.
There are Ghanaians here who have American passports.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ghanaians who want to come here, students who want to be here to learn and are given 3 months visa.
No, this is a recent thing. Okay. No, students, they can't give you 3 months. You're coming to school. Once the approval is given, you're getting a visa for the duration of your course. It's not for 3. But those who are coming as tourists, the B1, B2 visas, they are the ones that are, they introduce that aspect so that it's not that they want to make money, to control, because it seems to be getting out of hand.
It sounds as if we cannot really stand up to the US.
Stand up to them for what reason?
So there's a view that if they give us 3 months, let's also give their people 3 months. Can we really do that? Do we have the capacity and power to do that?
Listen, if I live in my house, I have a house, I have my business, and you want to do something with me, and I think I'm richer than you, okay? And you have to call the shots. It doesn't make sense. We need America more than they need us.
That's true.
So if you accept that principle, you are coming here to study in my country. They also want to come and do some business. Those who want to come and help our country.
But should we not retaliate? Can we retaliate?
I think that we should use soft power, no retaliation.
So on the issue,
don't go on fighting. You need to massage egos. We need to calm people down.
So on the issue of tariffs, for instance, we cannot fight back. We can only beg.
We can negotiate. Recently they gave us some 14 people, the deportees.
Yes.
We took 14 people.
Yes.
We cannot took a decision because
Human Rights International is not happy with that. They say that what you have done is defined a lot of our agreements.
No. It's not
and
true.
And that the human rights of these people have been violated.
No.
And that you're helping America hurt people. That's what they say.
What is going on here? Would they rather go to the alligator detention center? Would they rather be taken there? No. That is dehumanizing. Putting human beings near that place and telling that if you cross over to that side, the alligators will eat you up. I'd rather go to my country. But some of them came up with stories, reason why they're seeking asylum and all that. Asylum seekers are different. Okay, they would investigate it to see whether, and they are aware that this country, there's nobody threatening anybody in Ghana. They have good relations with Ghana. You're not going to a country where, for instance, they know that they eat human beings, maybe let me say exaggeration. So my position is, as much as you want to help ease make it easy for Ghanaians to travel as they want. There are good guys and good people and bad people.
So we are hosting deportees for America. That's our job now?
No. We said that if you're from West Africa, we have this ECOWAS thing, all right? And instead of putting them into jail, you can bring them, and that's what we accept.
But who sent us? Why are we?
They approached us.
We could have sent.
Our president was the one. Yeah, they considered it with national security and everything.
And we thought that
every country will do things with people. Okay, we have very good bilateral relations.
We're not going to burn our fingers with
no,
because remember when we took the Gitmo people.
I'm saying that I've had Nigerians came to me. So why did we accept just last week, that they refused, and why have we accepted? Are we out to fight people or to reason with people? I like to reason with people, okay? We need to massage people's egos sometimes, but we need to reason, because some people, you have a problem, I might have the same problem, I may handle it differently, you will handle it differently. President of the United States is handling the challenges he has with immigration issues. He's handling it the way he wants to handle it. It's not happy with us. I mean, we're not happy with it. So I come to him. That is why I said I've come here. An opportunity will come soon that I can even sit with President or with the Foreign Minister, Secretary of State, or some senior personnel, and to appeal to their conscience. Okay, we're not asking that we should allow us to come and dump Ghanaians who are hustlers and stuff like that. No, that is not the issue. The president has taken a decision because he's frustrated about the immigration status. So we're going to manage it. He said, if you don't have proper documents, then you don't belong here. If you came to Ghana, you don't have proper documents, you don't belong in Ghana. We will take you out.
Very well. This is Face to Face on Channel 1 Television. I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu. My guest is our ambassador to the United States. I'm having a conversation with him in New York, the United States, where the ongoing UN General Assembly is happening, and I took the opportunity to have this conversation with him. We'll be back so that I'll ask him, in the Mahama's last 3 years, what should we expect, and what role is going to help in delivering that?
Our media landscape is at a turning point. The intersection of policy and technology demands a new roadmap. Join us for a landmark forum, broadcasting at the crossroads, shaping Ghana's electronic media future. Theme: aligning policy, technology, and global best practices. We are bringing together the brightest minds to build a stronger, more resilient future for Ghana's electronic media. Register now at africamediabureau.com or call 0503-332-375. Secure your spot to shape what's next. A forum by Africa's Media Bureau, supported by the Ministry of Communication and Digital Technology. Media partners, Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM.
Yeah, welcome back. This is Face to Face on Channel 1 Television. Let's conclude this conversation. Ambassador, President Mahama has been given a huge mandate. You are part of his government now because you are representing him abroad. What should Ghanaians expect in the next 3 to 4 years?
From me or from President?
From the president,
from the government.
Yeah, from the government which you belong to.
Well, he's doing well so far. You saw the welcome that Ghanaians gave him here. The world over, they think he may have learned a lot, or he has actually, from the past, because he had the chance before, and he did well, but for some reason people voted against us, and then we've come back and he's still in the driving seat. So far, wonderful things are happening. The USAID thing was taken from us. From the same system, he's found, USAID was looking after something in our health sector, and he's found the 300 million to plug a loophole in the health sector. He was trying to tell me that he will give me the details later. What I'm trying to say is that he wants to leave a legacy that he'll become, if not the most famous president that we ever had when he has finished his term, because he's been around since 2009, and we're in 2025. He's been around, went into position 8 years, and is back again.
Has he really truly learned his lessons, or some lessons that would help us as a nation?
Oh, but of course, every human being.
So we shouldn't expect the same things we saw 2012, 2016.
What did you see that you didn't like?
We saw a lot of the reasons, we saw a lot of things that led to him losing the election.
Well, some things were, some of them were propaganda. Some of them too probably were real. And I believe on reflection, he would know where he thinks he should have done things slightly differently and how he should have worked out with the team he had then and now. So I believe the president is a good learner. He sits back, he understands every sector of the economy. He can talk to anybody about every sector of the economy, better than probably I would do, because he makes the effort to study it. Because he's the boss. So if you're the boss of an area, then you know everything that happens in your under your watch. I think he's learned lessons from wherever he went wrong, and where he thinks he needed to reinforce and do better. He's doing them.
Critics say that all what we are seeing now is what they call settings. I don't know if you know what settings is. It's a make-believe.
No.
No.
Which one is the make-believe? Yeah.
They're all pretense.
When we took the exchange rate from where it was to this thing is pretense. Have we ever seen Ghana's 17 cedis to the dollar before? But under the last administration. And Ghanaians saw it drop so quickly and the cedi became strong. It has benefited importers and traders.
It's climbing back.
No, it's not coming back as fast as it came down. You should tell us that sometimes these things happen. And then they sort of, like a pendulum.
They say the cedi has a mind of its own. You and I, in fact, they say your government, you are not really controlling anything that's working on its own.
But those who have nothing to offer Ghana, those who are talking like that, they stood there and watched their government go out of office with 1.7 million votes. They said they were doing the wonders. The vice president then, Baumia, he said all the things he said about the exchange rates would expose you. What happened? He was thrown out just like that. He saw it. He was there. He was in charge of the thing. What happened? They shouldn't come and say things that would, even anger people. The only place where people are complaining about that we're slowed down in prosecuting these people. Seriously.
Do you agree that you are slowed down?
Well, yeah. I mean, we have been slow in starting the process. But the Attorney General has said it to even me personally. Listen, the worst thing is to go to court and lose a case.
What if you don't really have a case? I'm not going to court. There's nothing to prosecute.
It doesn't mean that.
Everything you said, the oral, the thing you said.
No, it's not true. It's not true. We have Yoko dealing with their own. The Attorney General, I think he's going to start some prosecutions very soon. Not because anybody is coercing him. Because he tells the president, the last thing you want is go and waste time in court. I go there and I know that I'm nailing this person because the person is guilty of as charged. We don't want to do that in our country.
You know the people you are in government with. Do you have the assurance and the belief that by the next 4 years, some of your colleagues are not going to be doing the same thing that the previous administration people were doing, which led them into opposition?
I think they'll be treading very dangerous ground because the president is watching.
Is he?
He's watching. And you see, let me tell you something. Some of us, the way we are made up, I can sit anywhere and I'll speak my mind. If I think a minister or an appointee of our government is going wayward, the president will hear it. I won't go and stand on radio and talk, but I will tell the president and tell whoever it is that you're going wrong. You are taking our government down if you're doing the wrong thing. Why shouldn't there be, we should just remove such a person?
Will he listen?
He will listen.
You're giving that indication?
He would remove the person because enough grounds for removal. Why shouldn't you be removed? If somebody brings evidence of you having done, let me tell you one thing he did. You remember the bus branding issue?
Yes.
I'd gone to Senchi. We had this economic thing there and all appointees and big guys were there. And there was talk about the Minister for Transport then, Jifar Ativo. Why should you allow this to happen? To tarnish our image. These were big guys in our government, ministers. And I'm asking that you people are talking here and nobody wants to tell the president what he must do because he's your colleague. I would leave there where we were discussing this thing and I make a call to the president. He was in church that Sunday. I called the call, he wasn't picking. Then when he finished, he called me, what is it? And I said, this is what your people are saying. They think that you should discipline this guy, this lady, or find out why she should do a thing like this to damage us. The president asked me to come to Accra immediately. So I drove to him. And we discussed it at length. And he said, look, I wanted to tell you what I'm about to do. It wasn't because you are calling. I said, yes, sir. If you do the right thing, he said, I'm going to ask her to go. And that's exactly, within 2 days, she was gone. the president was livid. That should put us in such an embarrassing situation. So I believe John Mahama, he's laughing with people, but you won't take him down with you.
We have to go now, but you have seen a lot in this country. Ghanaians have changed from MPP to NDC to MPP and back to NDC again. If you read George Orwell's Animal Farm, it's a concluding line of that book, where the animals outside were not sure whether there's a difference now between the human beings and the pigs that were ruling them. Can you assure Ghanaians that the NDC will be better?
Definitely.
The party you belong to?
Definitely.
The government
I wouldn't be part of this party if I thought it was going to drown all of us. I'll be out. I wouldn't accept their position if they're just taking us down. I wouldn't be part of it.
There's hope.
Yeah, there's serious hope.
There's
We haven't done 1 year. We've got a few months to go to do 1 year. And I can tell you, the president is very focused. John Mahama, people see him as a calm personality. Yes, he is. He's not like Rawlings. But don't toy with him, because this time around, when he finishes his term, he's going on retirement. So if you misconduct or abuse the office he's giving you, he just appoints somebody into your position.
Very well.
So you're going home.
Ambassador Victor Smith, thank you so much for speaking to us. Congratulations on the appointment. Enjoy Washington, D.C. and the United States of America.
Umaru, thank you so much for having me this morning, afternoon.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this has been Face to Face on Channel 1 Television. I'm Umaru Sanda Amadu with our ambassador to the United States of America, Victor Smith.